YouTube, how's it going? Frogs Angels is back. And we got through our scheduled weekly videos, so I thought, why not? Let's predict some scores. Also helps for picking against the spread. This is the way I used to always do it. It's nothing wild. I'm pretty sure other people use this tactic, but back when I used to bet college football, I kind of would predict the score of the games before I would see the spread, and that would help me a bunch. So when I already made these scores, predicted these scores pre-recording this video, obviously, because they're going to show in the graphic. But now I'm looking at the spreads for the first time, so we're going to see which games I like based off my scores. So we'll start with the first few games. We'll talk about each one. We did with a few other Frogs Angels guys. We predicted game picks already, so that video is already uploaded. So go check it out if you haven't seen that. Pretty good video. But Ravens and Bengals is Thursday night. I'm predicting the Ravens to win 21-17. Bengals are home in a division game Thursday night. It does matter. It's big time if you're home. So that's why this one's tough. It is a pick 'em I'm seeing now. I'm picking the Ravens to win. But being home in a division game on Thursday night is tough. So if I had to choose, it'd be the Ravens, but this is not one I would take since it's in Cincinnati. The next game, I have the Chiefs and the Steelers finishing 31-28. Steelers could be a shootout if Big Ben continues to throw interceptions like he did against the Browns, which could happen. Then I think the Chiefs could win. Let's see what the spread is on this game. I'm seeing it is Pittsburgh minus 4.5. So I actually, with a 3-point win, that's cutting it close. But yeah, I would actually consider the Chiefs because they could win this game if Big Ben again throws those interceptions again. The Chiefs are, I'm not liking their defense too much, but their offense looks legit. Could they expose the Steelers' secondary? It's realistic the Chiefs can win this game, even though I picked the Steelers. The main reason I picked the Steelers is because I just don't see them going 2 weeks without a win, especially being at home. I think this is like the bottom line for the score. I think it could potentially be higher than this. We will see. But looking at that score line, I'm cutting it close, but it looks like I like the Chiefs plus 4.5. Dolphins and Jets. I figured this game would be a pick 'em. It's actually Jets minus 3. I have the Jets winning by 2. So that's cutting it pretty darn close too. Before the season, I'd say the Dolphins are the better team. The Jets looked very good last week, and they're at home, but you can't take too much away from week 1. But they're on fire in every part of the game. Again, probably another one I wouldn't touch. Before looking at the spread, I got the Jets minus 2, but they're actually minus 3. So, it's on you if you take that one. Eagles and Bucks, I got 27-17. This is a hard one to predict the score because the Eagles were pretty sloppy, but the defense was pretty good. The Bucks offense was on fire, but I do only have them scoring 17 points because I still think that Eagles defense would be good. I don't like the Bucks defense, so I have the Eagles putting up 27 even with Foles, but that's kind of hard to see too at the same time. But I do think the Bucks defense could be one of the worst in football still. I still believe that. The offense could get them some wins here. I mean, they beat the Saints last week, so and the spread is Philly minus 3. I was all for taking the Saints last week. That didn't work out, but looking back at it now, the Saints do have a weaker defense. The Eagles do not have a weak defense. Philly minus 3. I'm strongly considering that one. I'm surprised that's the spread, honestly, but who knows? Maybe the Bucks are legit. We need more. We need to see more. The non-Bucks believers, we need to see more, and it's understandable why we need to see more. Let's check out some more games here. My score predictions. I got the Saints beating the Browns 30-14. This one's tough too because I strongly feel the Saints are going to win this game. There's no way they're going to start 0-2. They still have an elite offense, but giving up 14 is a pretty big win for their defense. Their defense did not play good against the Bucks. A difference in offenses here. So holding on to 14, I guess, could be tough to see. But this is what I got. Saints are minus 9. So as you can see here, I'm liking the Saints in this one. So it's tough though because they are around that spread last week too. But it's a different matchup. So the Saints matchup nightmare is a high-powered offense. It doesn't really matter how the defense is. The Browns are kind of just a balanced team, I think. They're not going to score a ton of points, so that's why I think the Saints will win this game. I think at being at home, they were home last week too, but I like the Saints -9, but that's maybe too many points for people to feel comfortable. So I understand. Colts and Redskins, I got a 28-20. At first, I thought it'd be a bigger win, but I think the Colts offense starts to pick it up, but their defense is one of the worst in football. So 28-20. The spread is Washington -6, cutting it pretty close there. Andrew Luck could go off in this game, could get him a win. I was kind of expecting the Redskins defense to struggle a little bit early on the season, but they held the Cardinals to 6, and the Cardinals got some playmakers. So I think it's too early for both these teams to see how they're going to be, because the Colts, Andrew Luck could get better and better with time. The Redskins, I still want to see more from this defense. So it's a little scary for me to put money on either of these teams right now. So we'll see, though. Chargers, Bills, Josh Allen getting the start. I got a 35-13. Big win. What is that? A 22-point win I got. The spread is, what I'm seeing is Chargers -7. So I easily have them covering that. But the Chargers just being bad, I guess I would say, early in the season is maybe a thing. I thought it was a coincidence. I thought it wasn't going to happen this year, but they did play the Chiefs. Going from playing the Chiefs to the Bills, I'm confident about this one. Now, more I'm talking about it, I still think it's a coincidence. I think the Chargers will get it together even though they're away. I think they're playing the worst team in football. The reason they struggled with the Chiefs was, one, they dropped a lot of balls. I don't think they're going to drop a lot of balls on offense again, but the main one is Chiefs have a high-powered offense. Chargers game might be defense, but you're still not going to slow down that high-powered offense. The Bills are the complete opposite. They don't really have the offense. Maybe a little more with Josh Allen over Nathan Peterman, but I'm pretty confident about the Chargers -7 in this one. I actually like that one a lot now. Vikings, Packers, hard to predict the score on this one, 27-20. Packers defense could struggle this year, so the Vikings offense, you expect to be able to score on it. The Packers with the hurt Rodgers, I think 20, now thinking about it, 20 actually might be high against the best defense in football. But they do have Rodgers. They are home. It's a big-time game. Let's see what the spread is. I'm seeing right now the Packers -1. I've seen this. That's surprising. This is one game that, since I'm a Vikings fan, I've seen just all over the place throughout the week. I've seen the Vikings favored by as much as 5-6 range, and now what I'm looking at is Green Bay -1. So this thing is jumping all over the place. So as you can see, I like the Vikings in this one, but I'm a Vikings fan, so don't go be putting money, I guess, if you don't trust me that much. I understand it, but I think the Vikings have the best defense in football, right there with the Jags. I think if you said the Jags had the best, I wouldn't argue with you too much. I think they have very good pressure at the quarterback. I think they'll do it against Rodgers. That could be a problem in this one. I'm predicting the Vikings to be up bigger than 7 during this game. I think not because the Packers came back last week, not at all. I think the Vikings get conservative early. I think the Packers will make a push back, but won't be enough. That's just kind of how I feel. I think at the end of the day, the pressure of Minnesota's defense wins this game, but it is in Lambeau. Big game, could really go either way. But let's see some more score predictions here. Panthers and Falcons, 17-20. The Falcons do have some key injuries, so that's what makes this one tough. I just don't see them losing at home here, but it's a good game. Atlanta's -6. That's a little much for me, but I do expect them to win, so I have them winning by 3, so that means I would take the Panthers, but still not one I'm very comfortable on. Because I really think the Falcons will win, but they do have the injuries. Texans at Titans. I have 28-24. Titans are home. They're pretty good at home. But last time they played Deshaun Watson and the Texans when he was healthy, it was ugly. Titans do have some injuries, so you know what? It's tough that it's in Tennessee. If it was in Houston, I would be insanely confident about this one, but the spread is Houston -2. So it's pretty close here, but the Tennessee injuries, Mariota's still shaking up. He's going to play. He's practiced already. But if they get a good pass rush, and Taylor Lewan's hurt too, if they get a good pass rush, Mariota could get knocked out of this game again. So being in Tennessee makes me a little scared, but I'm pretty confident about the Texans for the most part, mainly because of Tennessee injuries. So Texans -2, cutting it close, but it's something I would consider. Cardinals at Rams. I got an 18-point win for the Rams. I think it could be honestly more. David Johnson could get going early if they use him correctly. 18-point win. They are minus 13. That is a lot. You can see if you're pretty nervous going with the Rams minus 13, that's a lot of points, but they are the much, much better team, and they are coached much better. So, I think at halftime, this could be a closer game than you think, but at the end, I'm confident about my score. The Rams, honestly, both teams can honestly score more points in this one, but I'm pretty confident about this scoreline, but it is minus 13, so it is a lot of points. Lions-Niners, 28-24. Niners is what I got. We got the spread of minus 6, so that's cutting it close again. It's really tough because nobody expects Stafford to do what he did against the Jets, but I think the Niners are better than the Jets, we would think. At the end of the day, the Niners actually made it somewhat close against the Vikings, and the reason they struggled is because the pass rush. The Lions do not have that pass rush, not even close to what the Vikings have. And the Niners are home this game. I'm pretty confident about the Niners winning this game, but I do have a 4-point win. It is minus 6. So, if you were already kind of feeling the Niners before this, maybe stick with it. It's only a 4-point win I'm predicting, but now I'm starting to think about it. The Lions pass rush, the lack of the pass rush may kill them in this game. They're not going to get, I'm not saying they're going to get killed in the scoreline, but that could be a factor, is what I'm saying. We're on to my last 4 games. I got the Broncos over the Raiders, 24-20. The Raiders' defense is weak, so the Broncos could score more points, but Keenum's still trying to figure it out. He did struggle quite a bit against the Seahawks, but they still won. Win's a win. Denver's minus 6, so another one I'm cutting it close on. I would not touch that one. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Wouldn't touch it. I do like the Broncos to win the game, though, obviously. Patriots Jags 24-17. Patriots. It's a pick'em. Wow, a pick'em. Before the season, I was feeling the Jags at this point. I think they're a throw or two away, a completed throw or two away, which was very close by Blake Bortles, of winning that game in the playoffs, and they're home in this one, so I thought they would get revenge and win and complete those throws. But now when it comes down to it, it's kind of hard to pick against the Patriots. The Patriots' defense actually looked a little better than expected in Week 1. It's only Week 1. You can't overreact. But I think and then Fournette's hurt. I think the Jags struggle to score here. If Fournette was playing, guaranteed to play and healthy, it's a difference maker, because I think you can run on the Patriots. Not that Yeldon can't do it, but it's a big difference, Fournette-Yeldon. I like the Patriots in a pick'em. It's a tough one, though, because can that defense give Brady and Gronk some troubles? I don't know if you can stop Gronk, though, bottom line. Hopefully Sony Michel can get in there and play. That'll be interesting to see. They got Jeremy Hill hurt. Burkhead's somewhat hurt. I like the Patriots in a pick'em here. But, yeah, the thing is, really they need Gronk to get them going, because their receiver unit's kind of bad. They picked up Corey Coleman because they know it's kind of shaky. So the Jags are for sure going to lock down those receivers. So maybe the Patriots struggle to score. Maybe this is lower scoring than I think. I just think the Patriots will be more prepared in this one. And Fournette being injured, even if he does play, is really the difference in this one. So I do like the Patriots pick them, but there's some concerns in there I just listed off. Giants and Cowboys 23-20. As long as the Cowboys O-line's a little beat up, I don't really like them, but I do like them to keep it close, because I don't know if Eli can take advantage too much against what we thought was a weaker defense. They played very well against the Panthers, but still lost. It is actually Dallas minus 3, and I have the Giants winning by 3. So I do like the Giants in that one. I think the Cowboys, they need their full offense line at full health to be a legit team. The Giants played a pretty decent game against the Jags. I thought they were a couple completed throws away, maybe even one, from winning that game, and that's a much better defense than what you'll see here against Dallas. It is in Dallas, but I kind of like the Giants. +3. They're getting 3 points there, and I have them winning by 3, Still early, still hard to tell, but that's what I like. And in the last game, Monday night game, Seahawks Bears 27-17. The Bears are minus 3.5. I have them winning by 10. I think the Bears are a much better team, honestly. They don't have Russell Wilson. The Seahawks do. Coming off that loss against that could be a factor too. That comeback loss, the Bears could be down, could be pissed off, ready to get in there and hit them every play, But They also could be down. That can hurt them early. Russell Wilson could do some, maybe he's not as good as Aaron Rodgers, but he's not far off, honestly. He doesn't have the weapons, maybe, but he can make some magic happen. But this is in Soldier Field on Monday night. And bottom line is, I think the Bears are the better team. The Seahawks picked off Keenum 3 times and still lost that game. And they're going to be in Soldier Field for this one. So I actually like the Bears minus 3.5. I think, I'm pretty confident about my score here. That offensive line for the Seahawks is pretty beat up. Not good is what I should say. Russell Wilson, usually good at avoiding sacks, but Khalil Mack is maybe a guy that you can't avoid. Leonard Floyd on the other side, almost at Fournette. Floyd on the other side is very athletic. So I think the Bears' pass rush is the difference in this one. That's why the Seahawks only get 17 points. And maybe the Bears' defense picks up a touchdown or gets some good field position to get the offense a touchdown. So I'm pretty confident about this one, actually, too. The Bears minus 3.5. So the last 3 games I kind of liked in terms of the spread between the Bears, the Giants, the Patriots. Other games, I really like the Chargers minus 7. The Bills, they're still going to struggle, even if Bosa's not back. Saints minus 9, it's scary. I liked it, but that's a lot of points. Same with the Rams, 13 is a lot of points. I like the Eagles minus 3, but I also like the Saints against the Bucs last week. But it's a big difference from minus 3 to minus, I think it was 9.5 for the Saints. So those are the games. Those are the games I really like. The Packers Vikings one is really, really changing. I've seen that change so much. It's strange. We've seen spreads change like crazy, but there's some big swings in that one. So I guess be on the lookout for that one. But that'll do it. That'll do it for this. Let me know you guys' thoughts on the scores, my score predictions. Hopefully we do a little better job predicting games this week than last week. Week 1, always random, mysterious. You can't take too much away from week 1. Maybe we'll start to see things that make more sense here in week 2. Hopefully. Actually, I don't really care. I kind of like mysterious stuff here in the NFL. It's kind of interesting. Got a lot more to talk about. But that'll do it for this one. Subscriber goal is 10K subscribers. Please help us get there by clicking that button, and clicking that like button will be much appreciated too. We got plenty more NFL content coming every single week. We got prediction videos. We're recapping each week after the week's over. Can't wait for week 2. Can't wait. But that'll do it for this one. Thanks for watching, everyone. Goodbye.